Good morning, students. Welcome to online classes presented by Mr. Ravi S. Kumar, lecturer in Department of Studies in Commerce, KLX Kukte, College of Commerce, Belgaum. So, dear students, in today's class we are going to discuss about unit number 2, that is accounts for professionals. So, let us start with this unit by introduction. See, let us start with the introduction. The point is 1. In modern days, business and professions play a very important role in the economic development of the country. Yes, obviously, because in the modern days, in nowadays, business and professions are playing very important role in the economic development of the country. Why? Because whatever they earned the profit and whatever they get the income, in that part of the income they are going to contribute it for the development of the nations. So because of that, in modern days, the business and professions have a very important role. And second point, every business unit has its own income and expenses, payable, assets and liabilities for which it has to maintain a proper records and accounts to know its profits and financial positions. Because every business unit has its own income and own expenses. Every business unit have their own incomes as well as own expenses, and also they have payables, certain bills, certain payables and certain assets and certain liabilities, and whatever the liabilities and income and expense they are going to maintaining in a proper records and proper accounts. Why? Because to know their profits, to come to know their profits, and that they come to know that what is exactly the financial position of the business. Because of that, every business have they are going to maintaining certain incomes, payables, assets and liabilities. But in similar manner, the professions like chartered accounts, lawyer, doctor, etc. have their own incomes and expenses to carry out their professions. According to that, if you focus about that, the business has to maintain certain accounts and certain documents for to know the financial position of the business and profits of the business. In similar, if I take it a professions like chartered accountant and lawyer and doctor, and they also have certain incomes and expenses, and again they are going to maintaining certain books of accounts, and they are going to maintaining proper records, because to carry out their businesses and also to know their incomes and financial conditions of that profession. So that is the difference between business and professions. So business also maintaining certain documents and accounts, and even professionals also they are going to maintaining certain documents as well as books of accounts. But why? The business, the intention is to know the profits and financial situation of the business. In the similar manner, the professionalist they are going to maintaining certain books of accounts and certain documents and certain incomes and expenses, because to know their financial condition of the professional. According to the Income Tax Act 1961, every business and profession has to pay tax on their incomes. So when the business want to pay tax on their income, proportionately they have to maintain the documents, they are going to maintaining the incomes and expenses properly. So by using income and expenses, we will be find the exact surplus and profit. So on that they have to pay the tax to the government. So this is a brief scenario about accounting for professions. It's very simple. In simple manner, again I will tell you. So accounts of professions itself is nothing but accounts means what we have to be maintaining the account, certain books of accounts. To whom we are going to maintaining? We are going to maintain the professionals. Then who are the professionalists? The professionalist is a person, he is going to, according to, as per his intellectual skill, as per his knowledge, he is going to practicing, the person is known about a professionalist. So those professionals, they are going to maintaining certain books of accounts. So what are those books of accounts they are going to maintaining? So those only we are learning from this chapters. Okay, I think is it clear about you people? That is introduction will be clear. And we'll move to the next important concept, that is meaning of profession and professional. And this is most important. And what do you mean by profession? It is refers to, it is means what a profession. It is refers to the which requires only intellectual skill or manual skill controlled by the intellectual skill of a person engaged in such occupation is known as what? A profession. Itself, profession is intellectual skill. दिमाग की बत्ती यूज करके those who are working, that is known about what? Knowledge, the talent, The intellectual skill means what? You have to use your intellectual property and itself in the what knowledge. By using your knowledge and or manually, one who is going to control the intellectual skill of the person engaged in such occupation is not about what a profession. So that is a profession. Profession is what one of the ruti we call it as. And let us move to the next point, that is meaning of a professional. So what is the difference between professional and profession is a ruti and professional is a person. So the profession is controlled by or managed by the intellectual person. Let us see that what do you mean by meaning of a professional. See, professionals are the person who are engaged in the profession like chartered accounts, lawyer and doctor, so etc. So these are the professionalists. I think you clear about regarding profession and professionals. We'll move to the next point, that is accounting for professional. See, what are the account or what are the accounting aspects will be used under the professional? The first one, that is income and expenditure account, and second one, that is a balance sheet. So these two types of accounts will be used or prepared under the accounting for a professional. And before going to talk about accounting for professional, again I would like to tell you, so examination point of view, the 2 marks, 1 question is compulsory from this chapter, and again 15 marks question is compulsory, and 5 marks question is option. They may be asked a theoretical question or they may be asked the practical questions. The practical question is what? Prepare the income and expenditure account. If they are asking both prepare income and expenditure account balance sheet, this is for what? A 15 marks question. If they are asking only prepare income and expenditure account, that is goes to what? 5 marks. Or they can ask 5 marks question is what? Theoretical concepts. Write a short note on certain outstanding items, and such type of questions they can ask for what? 5 marks also. These two types of accounts, income and expenditure account and balance, because you people already well know regarding these terms, that is income and expenditure account and balance sheet, you already studied under the in PUC second year non-trading concept. Similar is going on, but it is not non-trading, it is a professional. We will discuss in the upcoming classes. We will move to the next, that is objectives of maintaining books of accounts. So why we are going to maintaining the books of accounts under the professional? The objectives are to ascertain the profit and loss account. It means when you are going to maintain the proper books of accounts, proper documents, so that is helpful to ascertaining the how much is profit and how much is losses. Because of that we are going to maintaining the books of accounts. And second objective is to know the financial position of the profession. Obviously already we discussed in the introductory part also, I told you why the professionalist they are going to maintaining the proper records and proper books of accounts, whatever their incomes, whatever their expenses and what liabilities and assets, because they come to know that their financial position. Their matlab, if you take the chartered accountant has to come to know that how much chartered account profession, income and expenses, how much assets and liabilities. Because of that they are going to maintaining the books of accounts. And next, the third objective is what? To differentiate the personal and professional transactions. As you casually, what will happen, you already studied in the PU level, the personal and professional means what? Sometimes what will happen, the professionalist, they are going to use some of the personal transactions, and those personal transactions also are going to record under the what? In professions. So in such cases what will happen, in that moment we are not finding the proper incomes and proper expenses. So that is too difficult. So in such cases, when you are going to maintaining a proper books of accounts, so that is to be give the declared information. By preparing the income and expenditure account, we will come to know that which are the personal incomes and which are the professional incomes. Personal incomes are not accepted under the professions, and the professional incomes and professional expense will be recorded under the what? Income and expenditure account. Obviously, if any personal income, if there is any personal transactions done by the professional person, that is to be deducted from his capital account. We will move to the fourth objectives, to know share profits, drawings and position of the capital of a partner of a professions. Sometimes what will happen, the professions, sir, the partner naam aayega, then what to do? This is very simple. If you take a profession, the profession will be continued by partners again. XYZ chartered accountant professional. So sometimes what will happen, the profession will be carried down by the partners. In such case, what will happen? By maintaining the proper books of accounts, we'll come to know that how much share of profit, how much they done the drawings, and what is the position of the capital of a partner in the profession. So these all will be come to know that. And next, the objective of the last objective, to comply with the various statutory provisions. See that comply with the various statutory provisions means that comply itself is what to follow, except with the various statutory provisions, means whatever the provisions is relating to the professions, that has to be accept and followed by the professionalist persons. So these are the main objectives of books of accounts to be maintained by the professionalist. We'll move to the next aspect, that is 1 minute, I will be clear, that is books of accounts. So this is most important. See, what is that books of accounts? What the main scenario of these books of accounts? Dear students, there are two systems of accounting, that is cash system and as well as accrual system. You know people what is cash system and what is accrual system. But generally the professions people will follow the mixed, that is nothing but a hybrid system of accounting. According to the cash system, only actual incomes received and payable made are considered to the ascertained the profits or losses of the profession, that is to be recorded. Whereas under accrual or mercantile system, outstanding incomes and expenses are considered along with the actual incomes and expenses at the end of the year to ascertain the profit and losses. But under the hybrid system, incomes are considered on cash system and expenses are considered on accrual system. On the strong legal fact, the professions do not file legal suit for collection of the dues from the client. But according to the rule 6F of Income Tax Act, the professionals are supposed to maintain the following books of accounts and certain documents. It means what I am going to telling you, my intention is what? The concept of books of because concept is most important. Now the books of accounts, it means what, sir? Why are we writing the books of account heading? That itself, the different professionalist and the different the businessmen, they are going to accepting, they are going to adopting the accounting system. Basically the three types of accounting system, and basically two, and one more, that's the third one. The three accounting systems, one is what a cash system and mercantile system, and third one is what a mixed or a hybrid system. So in such cases, what will happen, according to their business nature, according to the business transactions, they are going to maintaining the different. As you already have much experience in what a chapter number 1, that is incomplete books of accounts. So some of the proprietor, what will do that, they will follow only cash systems. So only cash transactions they are going to recording, they are not focused about other transactions. In such cases, what will happen, they are going to follow the single entry system. When they are going to adopting such type of cash systems, they are facing the problems. Because of that, they are moving towards the single entry to double entry system. In cash account system, what will happen? Only cash transaction we are recording and other transactions we are not recording. So that is incomplete books of accounts. So you already studied in the chapter number 1, and there is no need to explain much more for that. But my point is what? Accounting, books of accounts means what? The based on the professions, they are going to maintaining different accounting systems. They basically three methods. One is cash system, mercantile system, and mixed system. But most of the professionalists, they are going to following the mixed system. But according to the Income Tax Act, the every professions, they are going to maintaining certain books of accounts. So they are going to maintaining the supportive documentary. They have to be maintain cash book, they have to maintain journal, they have to be maintain ledger, they have to be maintain carbon copies of bills and original bills and fees accounts. So what will happen under the cash book? Just in one light highlights I will be telling, because you people know about journal, ledger, carbon copy and cash books. See, cash book, it is a summary of cash received and cash paid by the professionalist. It kept and maintained from day to day transactions. Those only recording. Cash book means what? You studied in PUC first year. Cash book is a book, it is record only the summary of cash receipts and cash paid for the day to day transactions. Next, journal, what will happen under the journal? According to the journal must be kept by the professionalist if he or she is maintaining the accounts under the accrual or mercantile system of the accounting. For that they are going to passing the journal. The transactions are recorded into what journal. We have to be passed it. Next is ledger. In order to prepare the trial balance of the preparation, we have to or we require to different ledger and different ledger balances we have to be prepared and as per the journal. Next, carbon copies of bill. So what will happen under the carbon copies of bill? Every preparation should maintain the carbon copies of bill, whether machine numbered or otherwise serial numbered, even though they have to be maintained. But such bills are issued by the person, and carbon copies or counterfoil of machine numbered or serially numbered, the receipts is to be used, that is to be maintained. And original bills. So what is original bills? Every professional should maintain the original bills for expenditure made by him. If original bills or vouchers are not received and expenditure does not exceed rupees 50, that payment voucher should be prepared and signed by the person, or otherwise the cash book maintained by the person should contain the adequate particulars in respect of such expenditures. That is original bill has to be maintained by the person. Next, fees account is most important. Every professional person has to prepare separately fees account, and this fees account is opened to record all the transactions are relating to the fees received and receivables received in advance, provision for outstanding fees, etc. The simple specified number of fees will be I will show you right now. So this is a fees account. Already I told you what is the intention to prepare the fees account, because they may be this is very important in 15 marks. Sometimes they will ask you prepare income and expenditure account and balance sheet and fees account. If they are asking the fees account, necessary we have to prepare the fees account only. So this is the pro forma of a fees account. In this account we are going to recording. This account is basically prepared by all type of professionalist. But in this accounts we are going to recording fees received, fees receivable, and fees received in advance, provision for outstanding fees. So all should be recorded under this account. Okay. So this the specification is that let us do that particulars rupees. This is to outstanding fees at the beginning of the year. So at the beginning of the year, if you have any outstanding fees, that is goes to debit side, and again fees received in advance, that is also goes to debit side. The provision for outstanding fees, that is also goes to debit side. And after that, when come to the talk about credit side, the provision for outstanding fees at the beginning of the year. See, this is outstanding fees and this is a provision. If you are going to maintaining advance provisions if you made, that is goes to credit side. If there is only outstanding fees, that is goes to where debit side. And next, by cash or bank, if you received any fees by cash or by bank through, that is to be credit. And if there is any outstanding fees at the end of the year, see, this is a that is a cross transaction. Fees, outstanding fees at the beginning debit, and outstanding fees at the closing it will be credit. But this is a there is a lot of difference between provision and outstanding fees. And after that, by balancing the account, we will get it the debit side, the two receipts and expenditure account balance figure. The balance figure will get it under the debit side. But there is a note for you people, that is prepared to ascertaining the incomes to the taken to receipts and expenditure account. If there is any incomes is there, the intention of preparing the fees account is what to ascertaining the income. After ascertaining the income, that is to be transferred into the what receipts and payments account. Sorry, receipts and taken to receipts and expenditure account. This is a certain receipts and expenditure account. After that, almost all the professionals, they are going to follow the fees account. In sometimes, if you take the example of doctor, they are going to follow the daily register book. So based on the examination example, I will be clarifying. That is a daily register book. But almost all the professional, they are going to follow the fees account. Next, most important is examination point of view, as well as 5 marks as well as 2 marks is most important. So methods of accounting. So what I have already told you, because three methods, according to their nature of the business, they are going to adopting the different accounting system. The basically three methods of accounting. One is cash system of accounting, another one is mercantile system of accounting, and third one is hybrid system. So what will happen under the cash system? It refers to the actual cash received and actual cash paid are recorded in the books of accounts. So actual cash how much we received, actual cash how much we paid, so those only recorded under the cash system. According to this system, we are not recording any outstandings and we are not accepting any credit transactions. Only cash transactions we are going to recording. Is it clear? Yes. Next, we'll move to the next point, second type of accounting system, that is mercantile system or accrual system. You studied under the PUC also. See, accrual system is what? It is refers to the cash as well as credit transactions, including outstanding items, are to be considered under this account. It means according to this accounting systems, we have to record all the transactions, cash transactions as well as credit transactions. So both will be recorded under what? Mercantile systems. And next system is what? A hybrid system. According to this system, it is a combination of both cash as well as credit transactions will be recorded under what? A hybrid system. So this is known about what? A hybrid system of but the hybrid system of accounting is not permitted according to the Income Tax Act 1961. The method is going on, the method is to be still in practice, but as per the Income Tax Act 1961, the hybrid system of accounting is not permitted. You can follow, you can prepare that, but it is not permitted. So, but maximum it will be used what? A mercantile system or accrual system is to be used by all the professionalists and all the businessmen. They are going to follow that. Yes. So we'll move to the next aspect, that is accounting for accounts of chartered accounts. Already these things we'll discuss in the next class. But before going to that, dear students, basically as per your Adichanam University syllabus, three professionalists. The first one is chartered accountant, second one is doctor, and third one is lawyer. Out of three professionalists, the maximum important is what? A chartered accountant, and second important is what? A doctor. And if you go through the question paper, we come to the conclusion the much more important is chartered accountant and second important is what? Doctors. So anyway, as per the syllabus, we have to practice all the types of professionalists: doctor, chartered accountant, and lawyer. And doctor and lawyer, one by one we have to be discussed. From the next class, we have to discuss about that is accounts of chartered accounts. We'll meet in next class. Thank you.